those are certainly some of the neat things about a jamboree, a four-wheel drive jamboree. You know, the monster drags, the rally, it's all about trucks. Beautiful pieces found in the show and shine area. All the craftsmanship, the pride, the ownership, the chrome, the candy apples. But nothing turns on a crowd any more than seeing some good old Detroit iron getting demolished. Ladies and gentlemen, Megasaurus. But you know at the Jamborees, the Megasaurus is not the only creature that will devour some Detroit iron. I'm talking about the tough truck drivers. Anyone you can walk away from's a good one. Speaking of walking, look who was walking the dog at Canfield. Mark Brent skies out his Ford Bronco. Tough truck competition went over to Missouri. Keep an eye on Bruce the Moose Scott. There's a fence right there. Scott found it. But decided to go on. It's still running. Let's go. The crowd's screaming. But the very next year, in a different vehicle, Bruce the Moose is back in town. You got to remember, these vehicles must be street legal, and they run an obstacle course, so running against time is what it's all about. Now, earlier we saw Bruce put his short wheelbase Jeep into a fence. He and his family got together, decided the Jeep Scout that they're looking at right here, the International Scout, is a better vehicle suited specifically for this sport, and they knew it would work. Well, they thought it would work. Well, at this point in time, there's no doubt about it. For the second year in a row, the Moose was loose. He acknowledges the crowd, and we had a chance to work our way over and visit with this big guy. Now, we call him the Moose Man in this part of the country, and as you can see, he's also known as Mr. Excitement. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm just fine. Continuing with the tradition.
Well, I tell you what, we appreciate you and the club. You remember the host club here and everything. And you guys do a tremendous job, and I'm really glad you're okay. I know you take it serious, but we kind of worry about you guys sometimes. We're glad to see you doing okay.
Yeah, it's more fun than it is anything, but we like to put on a show for the crowd, and it helps to get on TV every once in a while. Thank you, Armstrong.
Well, that's a heck of a way to get on TV. Well, let's go over to Lima, Ohio to prove one thing. Dave Fontanetta comes out with a short wheelbase Jeep. Now, remember, the Moose Man was in this type of vehicle last year. The only constant we have between these two drivers is it seems to be to your advantage to be on the fluffy side of the weight bracket. Keep an eye on Fontanetta as he makes a shot, setting up an awesome vibration that will eventually catch up with him. What'd I say? Well, he'll start to work his way out of the vehicle. You can see him moving around in there right now. Weight's working against him a little bit because we undid the seatbelt. He fell on his head. You guys are supposed to be doing this for fun.
It was fun. It was fun until I saw the ground coming up, and I said, uh-oh, yeehaw!
Well, that's what it says on the front of your shirt. What about reaching out with your hand? You had me scared there. I thought you may have lost some fingers.
No, I thought about it. My roll cage is up. I wanted to make sure I was up here so my face didn't come down. More to the steering wheel in case I came backwards.
Well, we'll let you get over with the EMT. They want to check you out. We're glad you're okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, things are always a little wild and woolly when we hit the RCA Dome. Check these ATV riders out. Your girlfriend, what? No, hey, that's it. You guys, let's go racing. That's what it's all about. Speaking of motorcycles, they tried to set a world record so you could jump the highest in the land. They forgot to tell a guy one thing. Jump is one thing. You got to be on a motorcycle when you land. Don't get any style points for a landing like this. Well, tough truck drivers, they don't get style points either. The one closest to you, we talked to him a moment ago, that's Dave Fontanella. He knows he'd get on his head, but the big story was Kent Dickerson when he hits the finish line tire. Remember, the tire is the finish. Dickerson do the head dance in the dome. Well, the short wheelbase Jeep this time being driven by Barb All. Now, she and her husband follow the circuit. They own a company that actually puts on pig roast around the country. Barb in the semifinals comes up, and you got to remember the finish line is who hits the tire first. She's there, but she goes on her head. Very wisely, she sits patiently in the vehicle. The three guys seem to love it. The fellas go out and get her back up on her feet, and the fans go wild. How did the flip feel? You had everybody kind of pumped up out there.
You know, it was so smooth when it went over, I didn't even realize it at first. I was a little shaky afterwards, but it wasn't too bad.
Barb All may be a champion, but the toughest tough trucker of them all is a guy named Jan Kligner. The Whale. It's a Jeepster vehicle. He calls it the family truckster, if you will. But he can work a crowd better than any Dallas Cowboy cheerleader you've seen. What I say. He's still going. The wind is gone. The right front spindle's broke. Here comes Jan the man trying to get over where he can get up and get on top of it and get the crowd going. That's why he's the best. John Force, eat your heart out. We got one, too. The suspension completely collapses. The window pops out. Kleckner doing his thing in the Kleckner style, and the crowd in Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania is loving it. At this point in time, everybody has thought they'd seen the last of the Blue Goose. That's not the case. He searched all year long, found another one just like it, this one the Woody version. And again, Kleckner will be the crowd favorite on style points alone. Sometimes you got to wonder about these guys. They've got the big heart. They've got the right foot, but will they ever have an opportunity to drive the 10-foot-tall brethren?